What's new in iPadOS 15? In this video I am going to show you the most important new features in short and concise hand-on videos. First up, multitasking. iPadOS 15 brings a much improved way to multitask with different apps. With the multitasking menu at the top of the apps, you can switch between full screen, split view, and slide over. Here I select split view. The window is moved to the side, so I can open another app. I tap the three dots again. Select full screen and the left app covers the whole screen again. Next I select slide over. The window once again moves to the side, so I can open another app. The slide over appears on top. As usually, I can swipe the slide over window out of sight and bring it back. Now I bring the slide over window to a split view, and then to full screen. Since I was a bit quick, let's recap. I open Safari and open the multitasking menu by tapping the three dots in the top middle of the window. I select split view and the Safari moves to the side, so I can open another app. I select the Maps of Switzerland app. It opens up and presents itself in split view with Safari. In the Maps app, select full screen from the multitasking menu. The app expands to the whole screen. It's easy to swap both sides of a split view. Just tap the three dots on the top of the window and move your finger to the other side. In Mail, Messages, Notes, Files and supported third-party apps, you can now open a window in the middle of the screen without leaving the current view. Just tap and hold the message and select Open in New Window. You can act on the message and dismiss it then. When you open or switch to an app, you'll see a little dock showing all current windows of the app. Alternatively, you can bring up this dock by selecting Show All Windows in the context menu. Use this dock to switch between the different windows of an app, including those being part of a split view. You can also open a new window. You can create split views in the App Switcher. Access the App Switcher by swiping from the bottom to the middle of the screen. I select a window of an app in full screen mode and drag it on top of another full screen app window. This creates a new split view which you switch to directly by tapping on it. Press and hold the Command or Globe key on an external keyboard. After a short delay, all keyboard commands available in the current context are shown. New, we have a menu structure, like on Macs or Windows PCs. This provides more commands in a more structured manner. Press the shown keyboard shortcut, or just tap the command to execute. Introduced last year to the iPhone, widgets are finally available on the iPad as well. Enter edit mode on the home screen and tap the little plus on the top left. You can then choose a widget which you'd like to add to your home screen. You can then arrange widgets and app icons freely on the home screen. Another new feature to help us being productive is the new app library. The app library is to the right of your last home screen. In the app library you find all your apps organized in automatically generated folders. There is a search field. If you tap on it, you see the full list of installed apps, and can quickly search for an app or scroll through the list. Tip: you can scroll by character when you swipe on the letters on the right of the list. You can now hide apps from the home screen. Enter the home screen edit mode and tap on the small red minus on the wiggling app icon. Instead of delete app, you select remove from home screen. The app then disappears from the home screen, but is still installed and can be accessed by the app library. You can add the app on the home screen again. Search for it, then tap and hold it and move it back to the home screen. There is a new setting to have new installed apps appear only in the app library and not be placed on the home screen. You find this setting in the home screen and dock section of the settings app. Later you can manually add the app on the home screen if desired. There are two ways to access the app library. To enable the second way, you need to open the settings app, select home screen and dock and turn on show app library in the dock. Now you have two ways to access the app library. Firstly, by swiping to the right of the last home screen. Secondly, by just one tap on the app library icon on the right on the dock. You can hide it again by just one tap. At present there is just one home screen on this iPad. The app library is just right of the one home screen. To add a second home screen, enter the home screen edit mode, tap and hold an app and move at the right edge of the screen. A new home screen is added and you can position the app there. There are now two home screens. Let's switch back to edit mode. Tap on the little dots on the bottom, right above the dock. An overview of all existing home screens appear. Home screens without a check mark are hidden at the moment. You can now rearrange home screens, hide, activate, and delete home screens. We now have changed the second home screen to another one. Let's return back to edit mode and undo our home screen edits. You are surfing the Diglit website in Safari. You want to save a text passage so that you can find it again later. You mark the text passage and select New Quick Note in the context menu. The Quick Note opens at the bottom right of the screen. The quote and the web address are entered in a box. You can add more as you would in any note. You continue surfing. And find another text passage on another page that you want to save. You can bring up the last used Quick Note by swiping in the lower right corner of the screen. At the top, tap on Add Link and the text with the link is recorded in the note. You can also create a new Quick Note. To do this, select New Quick Note from the context menu. Now we switch to the Notes app to see how we can find our text passages from the notes. If you tap the box with the quote/link, Safari will open and the website will jump directly to the text passage. The quote and the web address are entered in a box. You are in Mail and want to capture text as a note. You mark the text. Open Quick Notes by swiping from the bottom right corner. And tap on Add. The text and a link to the mail are added to the note. We switch to the Notes app and tap on the newly created link to the mail message. Mail opens and the corresponding mail is displayed. You can open the Quick Note by swiping from the lower right corner of the screen. Swipe through the various Quick Notes within the window. Slide the window to the side and bring it back again. You can move the window to any of the four corners of the screen. Make it disappear again by swiping in the lower right corner. The quickest way to access focus mode is via the control center. Tap on Focus to see all existing focus modes or to create a new one. To create a new focus mode, you will be taken directly to the Settings app. First, choose the icon, color and name. Then determine who can reach you while the focus is active. Determine which apps are allowed to send you notifications, all others remain silent. The new focus is ready. There are some other, finer adjustments. Let's take a quick look at all the setting options. Should others be notified that we are currently unavailable? The senders then have the option of having important messages delivered immediately with notification. Notification badges on app icons can be hidden. You can even set different home screens depending on your focus. For work, leisure or travel, for example. The lock screen can also be darkened and the notifications temporarily hidden there. Done. Now you can switch on the new focus at any time via the control center. Or set a schedule right away. Or have the focus activated automatically when you arrive or leave a certain place. To not be disturbed by notifications from an app for a while, you can set this up quickly. Swipe left on a notification to reveal options. Mute the app's notifications for an hour or the rest of the day. You can have a notification overview displayed at defined times. The apps you have chosen to appear in the overview remain silent between these times. Set the notification overview up in the Settings app. Select the times and which app should only be shown in the summary. You can now create links in Facetime that you can share with others. The links created so far shown in the app. We paste the invite link to a note. A tap on the link opens Facetime and the participant can join the Facetime call. Android and Windows users can participate in the Facetime call in the browser without having to install any software. Previously, if someone sent you multiple photos in the Messages app, the photos would appear one after another. Now the photos are displayed as a stack. This saves space and makes the chat clearer. You can flick through the stack in 3 ways. First, you can swipe through the photos in the stack. Second, you can view the photos in full screen. Third, you can view the photos in a grid view. Photos from the Messages app that you have saved in the Photos app are linked. This photo has already been saved in the Photos app. We'll display the photo there. In the Photos app, you can see if photos have been sent by a contact. And you can reply directly to such a photo. This also applies to web links that have been sent to you. All links sent by others in the Messages app appear in Safari in a separate overview. You can look at the links and also reply to them directly. You can create tab groups in Safari which are displayed in the sidebar. Let's open a few web pages and tabs in 3 different tab groups. Now I can switch between tab groups with one tap. These tab groups are synchronized between my Mac, iPhone and iPad. You can also move tabs between tab groups. Safari has new settings, 2 of which I want to show you quickly. First, new compact appearance. You can now display a combined bar instead of the address and tab bar. This saves you vertical space. Second, new privacy setting, hide IP address. This means that website providers can no longer see your IP address. This function is called iCloud Private Relay and is described in detail. However, it can make it difficult to display some websites correctly. iPadOS will now recognize text in any photos on your iPad. Here is a photo with text visible. We can select it and simply copy it. We add the text to a note. We can also have the text translated directly and also copy the translation and add it to the note. We open Spotlight and search for the term glacé, and get the results of the full text search back immediately, including the texts recognized in images.